Hello everyone, this is the assessment test for Amazon. So this session I would like to just give you some important inputs about how to take the test and how to appear for the test. What are the modules covered in the test? The test for Amazon is based on the Versant test, plus it also has some additional modules of test. So few things to remember. If you have applied in the last 90 days, uh, then I would suggest you just wait for the cooling period. The cooling period for Amazon is 90 days. So if you have completed cooling period, only then please visit our office and take the test. But in case if you applied already in the last 1 week, 2 weeks, or 1 month, then I suggest you just wait for the completion of 90 days and then you apply taking the test. Also, you should not change the email ID or phone number when you visit here at our office. You should use, in case let's say you have taken the test in the past, uh, within the last 90 days, and you did not pass the test, and then you visit here and try to change the email ID or phone number and take the test, then Amazon will block your details and you will not be able to proceed. Even if you, let's say you came here, you have changed your email ID and were able to take the test and pass all the modules, still Amazon will block you because they already have your previous email ID that is linked to Aadhaar card, Aadhaar number or PAN number, and with that number they would know that you already attempted for a test and now you're retaking the test with a changed email ID, and that is a precise reason why they can block it. So please don't do that. uh, it will create more problems for you only. The third point is the test is proctored. Okay, so someone in the background is monitoring the test. So you should not talk to others while you take the test. Just look and focus only on the screen. Be at our office by 10 a.m. in the morning. The total time for the test is 2 plus hours. So there are different modules. I'm going to cover it shortly. And you should speak loudly and clearly while taking the test. Now, this is the test format. Like I mentioned, the time for the test is 2 plus hours. There is an eligibility round which is in the form of a registration form. Please do remember that we have to be careful while registering our details on the form. You need to choose yes to all the questions wherever possible. For examples, the questions are: would you like to work on the weekends? Would you like to work during the festivals? Would you like to work during night shifts or 24 by 7 shift? The answer to this is yes. If you say no to any of these questions, the application, and you when you submit this, the application is a self evaluation thing, and you will get a pop-up message saying that you cannot proceed further and you will not be allowed to take any further test here. So in order to appear for all the modules, you should take, I mean, you should mention yes to all the questions so that you are eligible for all the things provided there, all the scenarios. Now there are five rounds of uh, there are five modules here. The first module is the preliminary round, that is of 30 minutes. If you pass this round, only then you will be allowed to go to the next round, which is cultural assessment test. If you don't pass the preliminary round, then you would not be able to proceed, and the system will give you a message saying that thanks for applying, but sorry, you have not passed the test. Please try again sometime else. So you should pass the preliminary round. This is very important module, and once you're done with this, you can proceed to the other rounds. Okay, so you have the cultural assessment test followed by a virtual job tryout, then Versant test and technical test. So overall you have 5 modules in the test. Now the fifth module, which is the technical test. Now this technical test is applicable only for technical process international voice. Sometimes there is a possibility that there is no technical voice process, but it is a non-technical international voice process. If the requirement is for a non-technical voice process, then you will not have this technical test. Only when you have a technical test, only when you have a technical voice process, then only you will have a technical test. Okay, we'll, let us proceed further. Now coming to the preliminary test, 30 minutes, 20 questions. There are 4 different sections here. The first one is the fill in the blanks. So you have to choose the appropriate word to complete the sentence. Very simple, very easy. You just have to choose the right word to fill the blank. The second one is the error detection. Identify the underlined part of the sentence that is incorrect in the context of the sentence. For example, you may have to choose between these two words, THERE or THEIR. Now depending on the context of the sentence, you would choose the right word and proceed. So error detection is you will have to identify which word has an error, I mean in terms of the context. Third one is the sentence correction. In sentence correction, you identify if any underlined part is incorrect. If yes, then choose the right word that is grammatically correct. So sentence correction will have more of grammar. You will have to identify which statement is incorrect grammatically and then identify that. The fourth section here is jumbled sentence. You will have a jumbled sentence and you will have to rearrange the statement in an order that makes sense. So you have options like A, B, C, D. So it is jumbled. So and then you will have to arrange that in the right order, whatever it is. So it can be A, C, D, B or A, D, B, C, likewise. Okay, so let's say you pass this test, you go to the cultural assessment test. The cultural assessment test is not based on any language. It is not based on English language. It is not testing your language, but it is testing the cultural fitment of a candidate, whether a person would be fit to Amazon's culture, right? So some examples here are Amitabh Bachchan works hard. The statement 1, if you see here, Amitabh Bachchan works hard. Now answer you should give here is I am most like him, right? So you will have to choose how are you in compared to the quality of Amitabh Bachchan. So if I am taking the test, I would relate myself as a hard worker just like Amitabh Bachchan, and I would choose the option that is saying I am most like him. So Amitabh Bachchan is a hard worker and I am also a very hard worker, so I am most like him. If I choose more like him, then it just means that I am also hard working person, but sometimes I don't work hard. So I need to choose most, M-O-S-T, most like him. So we need to choose a strong response here. So always choose most, M-O-S-T, most like him. The second statement, just for the sake of example, is Amitabh Bachchan follows traffic rules. The answer I can give here is I am most like him again, because I also follow traffic rules, and that is the reason I would relate myself as a person who follows traffic rules, so I am most like him. If I say I am least like him, what does it mean? It means that I don't follow traffic rules. I am less like him, sometimes I follow, sometimes I don't follow. I am more like him, it means that I follow probably 80% of the traffic rules. 80% of the time I follow traffic rules, but 20% I don't follow. If I choose I am most like him, it just means that I am 99.9% I follow all the traffic rules, just like Amitabh Bachchan. You may have a negative question here saying that, just an example again, John does not follow traffic rules. The answer should be I am least like him, because I don't want to relate myself to someone who does not follow traffic rules. So what should I choose here? I should choose I am least like him. Okay. So the key to pass the cultural assessment is to give a strong response. Okay. And the strong response is MOST, most like him. And when it is a negative question, it can be least like him, LEAST. Okay. We go now to the next module, which is a virtual job tryout. In virtual job tryout, you have a paragraph that is provided with information about a product, and you have to choose answers based on the details given in the paragraph. For example, I am a customer and I would call the customer support associate of Amazon. And let's say you are this, because the module itself is about a virtual job tryout. It just says or means that you would play the role of a customer support associate from Amazon, and some customer will reach out to you asking queries about a product, and you will have to clarify the queries based on the information you have in the paragraph. So all you need to do here is you need to read the paragraph, the information about the product, and understand what the product has to offer, what services does it offer, and as and when you have a query from your customer, you just have to choose or provide him or recommend him the right option. For example, there is some information here about laptops. With 1 year warranty, a Lenovo laptop is costing 30,000 rupees. The HP laptop is costing 40,000 rupees, and Dell laptop would cost 50,000 rupees. With 2 years warranty, Lenovo laptop is 35,000, HP is 45, and Dell laptop is 55,000. Now I am a customer and I would reach out to you through a phone call or a chat or email, and I would ask you that I need a laptop with 2 years warranty and my budget is 45,000. So if you see here, the option provided for 2 years warranty with the budget of 45,000, I can see that HP laptop is available. So I can recommend HP laptop to my customer. Let's say the budget of the customer is 30,000 and he prefers 1 year warranty. So based on that information, you as a customer support associate can recommend the Lenovo laptop that is costing 30,000 rupees, right? So all you need to do is go through the details of the product and recommend the right option to your customer. That's it. So the key to pass the virtual job tryout is only to understand the complete information given on the product and recommend the customer based on the information given in the paragraph. Okay. Now let's say you have given this, you pass this, and then you go to the Versant round, right? So this is the actual Versant test from Amazon, and these are the questions one would have in the test. Okay, let me take you through this. The first option is the first module in the Versant test is listen and repeat, and you have 16 questions here. Okay, so what you do is, if you see the instruction, please repeat each sentence that you hear. So you play a file, sound file, you hear a sentence, and then you record your sentence, what you have heard. So leave town on the next train. This is what you have heard, and then you record the same sentence what you have heard by just saying the same sentence. Okay. So first option is listen and repeat. It has 16 questions. It is module A. It just says repeat. So basically it is listen and repeat. Okay. Now the second module, the second section in the Versant is sentence building. It is nothing but rearrange the statement or sentence in an order and record it. And you have 8 questions here. So you hear something like this: was reading my mother her favorite magazine. So what you have to do is, this is a jumbled sentence. You will have to arrange this sentence in an order, and you record by saying my mother was reading her favorite magazine. That's it, right? And this is what you're doing is you are correcting the sentence, a jumbled sentence, in an order and recording it. You have 8 questions here in sentence builds. Third one is conversation. So you hear a conversation between two people and record your answers to the questions. So you have, for example, you have speaker 1 and speaker 2. Both of them are talking to each other. You can see the text here. So you can, sorry, you have to, you can hear the text. You can hear the conversation between two people, and you have a question, right? So based on the question, you record your answer by recording it, by saying it, right? So conversation is listen to the conversation and record your answers. You have 12 questions here. The next module is sentence completion. Fill in the blank by typing the right answer. So you see a sentence like here, it's dash tonight, bring your sweater. So you have it's blank tonight, bring your sweater. What do you put in the blank? You just type the right word, cold, right? So you just type the right word that fills the blank. You have 18 questions like this. Now you have dictation. Dictation is again listen to the statement or a sentence and type with correct pronunciation. So you hear a sentence like can you work on Monday, followed by a question mark, right? It is assumed by that there is it's a question. Can you work on a Monday is a question, right? So you need to type the sentence as it is. So C is, you will have to make sure that C is capital. Can you work on Monday? M is again capital and followed by a question mark. Put the symbol of question mark. So dictation is all about hearing and typing the right sentence with punctuation. So punctuation is a key here. Okay, and you should avoid spelling mistakes. You cannot correct the word by right clicking and by a right click and choose the right words, right spelling of the word. You cannot do that. So you need to type the right word also. The fifth, okay, the last module here is passage reconstruction. You will have 30 seconds and to read a paragraph, right? So you read a paragraph. This paragraph is here. You read a paragraph on the left side, which is like 4 to 5 lines, and then this paragraph will disappear, and then you type the same thing in your own language with punctuation. You will have to make sure that you also follow the punctuation marks. So you read the paragraph and you remember it, and then this paragraph will disappear, and then you type the same paragraph in your own words. Make sure that when you start a sentence, it has to be a capital letter. When you end a sentence, it has to be followed by a full stop. All the names of the person have to be in capital letters. That's it. So Versant round will have 25% weightage for speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And like I mentioned, it is just it's a 30 minutes test with all these number of questions which I've already informed you. And let's say you pass a version test, you have a technical test. The final test or final module within the whole test module is the technical test. Now, technical test would be applicable to people who are applying for a technical support voice process. If you're applying for a non-technical job, then it will not be applicable and you will not have this test. But if you are applying for a technical support role, then you will have a technical test. Again, very simple, very easy. You will have to refer to YouTube or Google to know some of the technical questions. It can be what is RAM, ROM, what is meant by www, what is meant by http, https, how to upload or download a software. So it talks about software installation of Windows, MS Office, all those things. How do we troubleshoot MS Office Outlook issues, all those things. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. This is about the test module, right? Now, one important thing is if you really want to pass this test, you will have to spend at least 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours today and tomorrow before you take the test. You should do a good research on Google and YouTube, type Amazon test. You would be able to see some good videos that will tell you more about what we discussed in today's test. Do remember that only preparation is the key to this, to passing the test. Even people who have got good experience in international voice process are not able to pass the test. It is only because they have not prepared for it or they did not prepare for it. If you prepare for the test, only then you will have chances to pass the test. Otherwise, you will not pass the test. I would urge each one of you to spend at least 3 to 4 hours today and as well as tomorrow to do a proper research on the type of tests. You may also find some sample questions that may be asked in the test, so you will have an idea. So prepare really very well and then come and take the test tomorrow. If you don't prepare the test, if you don't prepare for the test, then most likely you will not pass the test. So let me be very clear about it. Okay. If you have any questions, you can talk to us. We can clarify those questions. Thank you so much. Bye.